It's just a little video here covering our Q series head units. So our Q series head units are going to fit BMWs, Mercedes and Audis, and they're a bit different because we still have to retain the original system, which for a BMW is normally behind here, Audis in the glove box sometimes, and Mercedes etc, or BMWs, they have amps in the boot and all this sort of stuff. So these cars normally have a bit more going on than your average car, just because they are normally a bit more high spec and whatnot. So the units normally end up being a long screen like this, and they are sitting at the top here. So if your old screen used to go in and out, that won't happen anymore. This is fixed up the top, and that's how it sits in. Now basically, when it comes on, it runs Android, and it still runs the car's original system. So here's Android here. This is just our user interface of one of them. There's a couple different user interfaces. They change a little bit between each one, but they aren't too different. On the side here, you have a menu. For example, you got your app. So this is running like Android, and this is how it is. So you have your Play Store, so you can install extra apps if you want and whatnot. Obviously, a big one people I like to see is our wireless Apple CarPlay or wireless Android Auto. So obviously that is pretty key and what people are after. So that's on there. You can play some music off your device. Navigation is just using Google Maps, or you can change it to a different app. Those are your apps again, just another button to get the apps. Just brings in a bit of vehicle information. Video settings, and Z-Link, which Z-Link again, CarPlay one here, or Android Auto. So that's basically that. And then if we click on my car here, this takes us back to our car's original system. So obviously here we've got our center controlling button, and we do have steering wheel controls as well. So here in the car's original system, and the reason why we have to get the original car system working is one, because you've got amps and all sorts of stuff going on, but also you have a lot of settings in here. So you look at all these settings we have. So all this original one you had on your original screen is all still going to be here. If you didn't have an original screen one, then you won't have this data. It'll just work without that, but you'll still be running off of this the main unit here. So that's kind of explaining how the Q series works. They work hand in hand. For example, I'll push radio on our control here, and we have our radio going on. Now you would have noticed, and the quality is very good still because we're still using the factory sound system and amp. You'll notice on the Android side there wasn't any radio. If I touch anywhere on the screen, it's going to take us back to the Android side, because obviously this here isn't touchscreen. You still have to use it as how you used to use it originally. Now the other thing you have to ensure, if I tap here now and I go back to our Apple CarPlay here and I push play, no sound going up. I lied, there is sound going out. I'm still playing the radio. So on this car, we just have to change the input to auxiliary, which you can see I've done here using this steering wheel control. You can see up here in the original screen, it's on auxiliary now. Now if I push play here, you can see we have our music coming through on here, and I'm using my steering wheel controls here to change songs and whatnot. That's the only thing you have to be aware of. It's a bit annoying, but it's just the way it is. It's the way the systems have to be built currently at the moment. So that's the way it is. Obviously the steering wheel controls still work and stuff, so that's fine. Now, for example, if we go into reverse, our reverse is going to come up here. So we still have our factory beepers, and our camera. This is our factory camera, and you can see we still have our steering wheel turning. So you can see that is how the factory camera comes up still, and still works with your original parking sensors and your trajectory lines. So that is basically it. The two systems have to work together, so that's how they work, and that's how it goes.